Hey, what's up? Welcome to Heal, Laugh, and Rise Up. I'm Jessie, your badass two-time cancer fighter, soul work mentor, and your favorite Latina.
Hi, and I'm Amber, a chemo nurse by day, caretaker to my husband by night, all while being a scrunchy mom.
We're here to talk all about our traumas and how we use them to grow, honey.
So grab your drink and let's get in today's miracle and shit show. Happy motherfucking Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. How we feeling today? I'm feeling. How am I feeling?
How are you feeling today?
How am I feeling? I feel a little anxious right now.
Do you?
Every time I hit record,
It's the recording.
every time. It's kind of like when I go to the doctor and they do my blood pressure. They have to do it like 2 times.
Because you're usually high or what?
Huh?
It's too high? It's not like you're high.
Oh, I was like, am I
We'll
high?
we'll get into
girl,
that.
That's the next
You know
episode.
what? Next episode, yeah, for sure.
No, I don't know why. It's the...
Like the blood pressure is too high, so they have to do it again, or
Yes.
they can't get a reading because you don't shut up.
No, I know that one too. No, it's always high. So it's the same thing with this little recording button. I don't know why. My heart just beats a little bit. Do you get nervous?
Yeah, I mean,
I wish people can see you right now. You're sitting out here chilling with cute cow slippers on, and you just, crack that open. And you look very relaxed and comfortable. I love it. I'm reading off your energy.
You know what? That bothers me though.
Yeah? Why?
I have been so stressed out for too long. This is what I look like when I'm nervous.
Really?
Yeah. So we took Mike to the hospital recently, and in the ER, I'm sitting there putting cartoon show on for her, put it up on the counter. She's watching that. I'm holding her, and they're getting ready to put an IV in Mike, and you know how he is with needles. And he already looks like he's in the middle of having a heart attack. So everyone is freaking out. They can't get an EKG on him because he's just so sweaty. They're ready to put a huge IV in him because they think maybe he's going to need blood or something because he's pale. And the guy looks over at me and he says, "Are you in medicine?"
He asked you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "You were just sitting there. You came in here like a walking Xanax."
Oh.
He's like, if only our nurses here could act like this during a crisis like that. He goes, "Look at your husband, and you're just sitting there calm, like you either don't care about him or you're definitely a nurse." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm a nurse."
Did they try to hire you?
No, I used to work there. I think they know that. I won't go back.
Right.
But it makes me laugh, like, in a sense, like, that's really funny. In the moment, it's not funny to me.
No, absolutely
It's just irritating. Like, can we just take care of him? Let's go. Like, yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I care about him. But at the same time, it does, like, I have to sit back and reflect on it. Yes, like, that bothers me that this is how calm I look no matter how I feel.
I want to ask you this really quick. Do you express it? I mean, maybe not to Mike because he's going through it, but do you express it, or do you just kind of like, you breathe it out and you're like, okay, I'm focused. I need to make sure I'm aware, so I need to keep it together?
I express it. Like, for one, I have a therapist I talk to about it all.
Right.
So I do that. I tell her about it. And then, when you come, or I see my family, or I see someone, I go to work, they're like, I have to call off when something like that happens. I don't go to work. I'm taking Mike to the hospital. I'm taking care of Mackenzie. I'm calling you, hey, can you come down and pick Mackenzie up? We're at the ER. So I feel like when you came to pick her up, I read your energy. You were nervous as hell. Like, I felt that. So I kind of go into, like, the protective mom. Like, you're very nervous and you're about to take care of my daughter. Right. I want to calm you.
Yes.
And I don't think that...
Or you're not like, oh, she's not going to be able to drive home.
That doesn't even cross my mind. But I do want to help facilitate you being more present for my daughter. Because I need to be able to know she's okay. And I do know, or I wouldn't have handed her off. But I don't want to make it extra intense to trigger something worse where you're not present for her. But at the same time, I try to express it. So I don't know. I don't really remember word for word. But I remember, like, your energy and me just continuing my calm, collected energy. And then I think you asked, you were apologizing that you didn't see the text earlier.
Yes, because you texted me, like, really early.
Yeah, because these happen at, like, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
I felt really shitty. I was like, oh, man, because I always put my phone on silent when I...
And I think that's good, and I wish you didn't feel shitty.
But then I thought if it was something that you needed me immediately, I know you would call me.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And I knew you'll be there about 8 o'clock. Yeah. It's like going to my house. Yeah. Like, it'll be the same time. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I have her till 8.
Yeah, I felt in the moment like I failed you a little bit because I was like, damn. But
And
then I'm like, no, we have
yeah.
the relationship. You would have called me on the
Yes,
phone.
exactly. I would call you.
Yeah.
It's fine. So there's that part where I might hesitate a little more to share because I want to make sure that you're safe and my daughter's safe. And I want, if I'm not sure of it, then I can't be present for Mike, right? And the whole point of getting rid of her from the ER, there's two things. I don't want her there. It's disgusting. But the main point is so I can be present to help him through whatever I can help him with. So part of it is that I do hold back a little. But you asked, like, well, you know, what's going on? Is he going to be okay? And I was like, I don't know. Like, he's having another crisis. So I feel like I do verbalize like how serious the situation is. But because my demeanor is so calm, people don't take the seriousness of it. You know, I'm not shaking.
Yes, you're not
I'm
crying.
Not, like,
you're not hysterical.
Yeah, exactly. So even though I do speak out loud and say what I'm feeling, it's almost like the seriousness of it doesn't come across. And it's the same thing like throughout this whole time with Mike. Oh, how's he doing? Well, you know, he's in a lot of pain and our whole life has been flipped upside down, and here we are almost 5 years later. Like, this is our new reality. We're not trying to get back to what it used to be. We learned that that's not even possible. And I guess I'll go into his accident on another episode so people know to the extent I'm talking. But where I stand is like, I'm trying to survive still.
Yes.
Right? So, like, I am expressing how I'm feeling, but because this is now 4.5 years later, my physical demeanor is very calm because this is my everyday life.
Yeah,
I'm used
it's almost
to
like
it.
Your body, it turned the dial to this other
this
frequency
is my new,
where now this is you.
My new baseline is this.
Yes.
Are we constantly worried about he's going to die? Yes. But in the beginning, I thought I looked horrible.
You're like, I looked like I was going to die.
Yeah, I honestly thought I was going to. But definitely, like, it's my new norm, so I look normal. I look calm and collected. And things make me nervous still.
Yeah.
Hitting that record button for this fucking podcast.
I know, because every time I sit here, it's funny. Right before we hit it, I always say, like, oh, and it's funny because I feel like when I express it, I think it's funny, first of all, because I'm the person that doesn't shut up. So I don't know why it makes me nervous. Well, I'm being vulnerable.
Yeah.
But as soon as I think that expressing what you feel is really important too, because it just, you're releasing what you're saying out loud instead of holding it in, which also creates more anxiety and nervousness or whatever. So I speak it. I want you guys to know right before I hit this button, I'm over here shaking in my boots, and now I'm good. No,
I
just
think
kidding.
it's normal. I'm still a little nervous because this is a part where we do heal, and then I reflect on it again later, and I heal some more. But it is a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is really awesome to listen back to the episodes. I do that quite often.
I don't.
You don't? You really don't?
Well, when I'm editing, I feel like I listen to it because I edit it,
right.
And then I never
You're
look
like,
back.
I don't want to hear this again. But
I'm like, Jesse, you go listen. Let me know if I fucked up.
And then somebody tells me, oh, I listened to it. And I'm like, I want to listen to it from their vantage point, which is so dumb because it's the same exact episode.
Yeah.
But it's really, like we've said in the past, like we've had some awakening moments from these topics that we've had, like aha moments.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like we can always like share those later. And I was always thinking of writing them in a piece of paper because my memory is so bad that some of these moments.
Journal it.
Yeah. I need to journal it. I'm just so bad about journaling.
And then I give it to them. That reminds me. We talked about you're going to tell us your journal story that you keep bringing up and you still didn't.
Yes.
I was editing and I was like, bro.
Okay, I'll tell it in 2 seconds.
Okay, tell it.
Okay, so yeah, that's another thing that self-care. I saw that if you journal what you feel every day, bless you, if you journal every day what you feel, it is a good way to get it off your chest. So Alex and I, we love to go to the track and the programs where you look at other horses and all that. We would take it home because it was in my purse, it was in his back pocket. And then I'm like, we can journal on this because you can't read what you're writing because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you can't read it. So I've read certain things where it says, just putting it out on paper, you don't have a spider on you, girl. I got your back.
Something flew into me.
It was a little bird. I'm watching you. I'm watching you for bears, no spiders.
Right.
And you're protecting me from grasshoppers.
I am?
She's not afraid of grasshoppers. I am. She's afraid of spiders, so I got her in that.
Okay.
We love sitting outside doing this. Isn't it nice?
This is great. This is my 2 hours of vitamin D over here.
That's right. But so we started journaling, and well, at the same time, every night when we would go to bed, we would journal together for 10 minutes. But we wouldn't read each other's journal because, first of all, I would scribble the hell out of it. So if he ever opened it,
it's for yourself.
It's self-care because I was able, like, let's say if I was mad at him for something or I was annoyed, I can put it there. Like, oh, this guy is such an asshole. It's like
writing on top of newspaper. You can't read it. Yes, you can't read it. Okay.
Yes, it's a great little tool. And then we would do it together as a couple before we went to bed.
Well, physically together, but not talking it out.
We wouldn't talk about it.
Okay. So just physically, you both would set time. That was your nightly routine.
Yeah, we had a prayer book. We need to get back into it. It's a husband prayers and a wife prayers. So the book for the husband says, like, it'll be about, let's see, a topic. It could be about trust, and it would be a prayer that you are reading about your wife.
And you're the husband reading the wife book.
So all the husband book is all the prayers for your wife.
Okay.
So, and it's very beautiful. We did that every night. So we would read it, but not out loud, to ourselves.
You liked it a lot.
Oh, he loved it. We both love it.
And you're going to get back into it?
I need to get back into it.
Okay, so when you find what you do, let me know, and I will add a link to it.
Yes, because you read it, and it literally takes 30 minutes of our day. We lay in bed, we journal for 10 minutes. We don't read. We don't talk about what we said. Then we read our book to ourselves, and sometimes my prayer would be juicy, girl. It would be about, like, Lord, keep my husband focused his eyes on you and not on wondering his eyes on women, something like that, but in a very nice way.
Yeah.
So I would be like, what was yours about today? He's like, no, because I wanted to know, because I'm like, this is what mine says.
Yeah.
Look at this, okay? This is what God's talking about today.
Right, you're not supposed to do that.
I know.
You're supposed to just pray it.
I know, but you know,
okay, so
it's funny. So we're journaling. But I did have a journal, and it was a diary, which is a form of journaling.
Yep.
When I was.
Now, how old were you for that?
I can't believe it because my little sister read the whole damn thing, and I know she listens to this, but she's my avid first listener, so we should bring her on here and have her tell us what she read. I had this fucking diary that I had everything in there, girl, and it had a little lock. I was in high school, okay, and I'm writing everything. And when I say everything, it's everything.
So wait, you said that was traumatic, and it's not for you. What was the problem? Because you got caught?
No, when I had it for years and I moved away, I was like, why do I want to carry this thing around? What am I going to do with it? So I was having a work trip. I don't remember. I think I was going to Cincinnati or somewhere. So I took it with me. Anybody in Cincinnati, let me know if you found it. I went to the restroom, and it was a one-person restroom where it was like where you can change the babies. I don't know what it's called, the family restroom. Uh-huh. I went in there, freshened up, and I was about to get on my flight. I had a connecting flight. I don't remember what the hell that was. This was like years before I met Alex, over 10 years ago. And I went to the restroom and I said, I love chisme. I know people love chisme. So I left it on the counter for somebody to grab.
So you think someone's out there reading your juicy?
Oh, hell yeah, girl. I'm surprised I haven't published it.
Girl, it got taken to Lost and Found threw it away.
No, but anyways, just all these years thinking that it's out there somewhere.
Oh my God. Definitely someone in Cincinnati is having a good time.
Oh my God, this girl was so I'm embarrassed. No, I'm not. I was young and stupid. I wrote everything down. So
so it is for you. You would do it again?
No, never. I would do it on top of something that nobody could read.
So you'd write it in the
let it out.
Okay.
But I would, because I'm so morbid. I'm like, oh, when I died, I want nobody to know that I did this and that.
Well, yeah, no. So when I would journal, I did journaling.
Did you have a diary?
No, but there was a time in my life where I was seeing a therapist about something, and she was like, I feel like you should journal this, write it all out, get it on paper, and then just burn it.
The same day?
I mean, when you're ready.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I did. I journaled for maybe a month about my experience that I was seeing the therapist for. And then I sat out here and I burnt, not out here. But I sat out and I just burned it in the fire pit that I was, sitting around roasting my marshmallows with.
That's a great idea.
And I just burned it, and it felt good.
It does feel really good.
To burn the trauma, like knowing, like it almost made it feel like it's no longer my trauma. It's gone.
Yeah.
Of course, I know it happened to me, but it no longer bothered me. It no longer bothers me. So it felt really good.
I think that's a good tip. That's a good tip. If you don't be doing it if you don't have a fire pit or something, because I'd
No,
probably
do it
burn the house
safely,
down. I'd probably do
please.
it on the sink
If
in
you're
the
going
kitchen.
to, girl, go on a trip, go to Joshua Tree, go on a trip and get a fire going, and then, burn that shit.
Yeah, I love that idea. That's a
Or,
great idea.
you write it, and then you can just soak it.
Oh yeah, that too.
The
Throw
water,
it in
the
water.
water will just make the paper fall
Oh, that's a
apart.
great idea. I didn't think about that one.
Put it in some water, leave it overnight, throw it
Yeah.
away.
But yeah, that was my it wasn't that juicy, but what was in the diary was very juicy. And then one time my sister goes said, "Oh yeah, I found it." This is years later after I had already gotten rid. We're adults. She's like, "Oh yeah, I found your journal one time when you had moved out and it was there." She goes, "I read the whole thing," and I'm like,
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
She's like my daughter, she's 15 years younger than me, and I'm like, "Oh my God." And then I'm like, I hope she never did any of the stupid stuff I did, but come to find out, I think she did worse shit. So,
oh God, the things we do, right?
But yeah, journaling, I think everyone should try it. Do it on a newspaper and just 10 minutes, just write what you feel, If you're feeling depressed and don't want to tell people you're feeling depressed, write it down.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. What else have we
So we talked about a little bit of anxiety, episode 9. Episode 9, because I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. Look, I have to look at you. You're part of my memory. So when I look at you, that means, cabrona, which one is it?
There's a lot of good stuff going back, but what do we have moving forward?
Yeah, we were talking about
next episode. It will be,
I think we should
plant medicine.
I think we should dig into a little bit of plant medicine and maybe my journey with plant medicine.
Yeah, that'll be next episode. And your marijuana episode.
Yeah, my blunt episode. Ay, Dios mío. Don't tell my mama.
And what else? We can talk about some ketamine, adaptogens, shrooms. Like I said, we'll go into kind of what Mike's accident was. I think that's kind of what we have in the very near future.
Yeah, and as always, not a professional. I did not go to school. I didn't talk to somebody who can teach me about all these things. These are all little researches I've done on my own to help me with my anxiety and my trauma. And I think if you talk to people that have experienced good outcomes with plant medicine, maybe you can be more open to wanting to learn about it versus, oh, it's weed, it's for cholos, it's for druggies, right? Like my mom says.
It's just the potheads that sit on the couch and don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, potheads give plant medicine a bad name.
A bad rap.
Yeah. But our ancestors, if we think back and do a little research, we can really see the benefits of some of this plant medicine. Not for everybody. I can tell you my experience. I can tell you my journey. If you guys want to hear it, I'm here to next episode. We're going to dig in. Also, other little tricks and tips that we've been learning about anxiety and how to, for myself, we talked about some breath work and visualizing things getting better. Visualization is another little thing that I'm learning to do. And I want to learn more. So I would love for people who are listening, if they're hearing certain things that we are talking about that you might know a little bit more, or you might want to share, hey, listen to this other podcast or read this book or go online and watch this one video. I would love feedback on anything that could potentially help us as a community.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
I like drinking water. Reminder.
Girl, the other day I saw a meme that said, if you could educate the world as a nurse in 3 lines, what would it be? And my thoughts were, the ER is for emergencies only.
Okay.
Including mental health crisis. That is an emergency.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, drink fucking water. Like, everyone, how much water do you drink? A lot. Well, how much do you think a lot is? I drink 2 of these bottles a day. No, you need to drink 6 minimum. And if you're doing chemo, if you're working out, if it's a hot day,
if you're taking certain medications, right? Because certain medications you want to drink more water, flush it out.
Flush everything out. Drink more water.
Why is it so hard to drink water sometimes?
Because it's boring.
You know how I can drink a lot of water? Give me a Kit Kat.
Oh,
after the Kit Kat, girl, me tomo todo.
Oh my God,
I'm so thirsty because of the sugar, which is horrible.
I was thinking add beer to it.
Oh, shit.
Everyone says, well, does beer count? Yeah, beer is water, but no, really, drink water. Drink a lot of water. I forget what I came up with for my third one.
I know. I love the nursing you. I'll tell you one thing, and you're like, but A, B, C, and D. And I'm
But no
like,
smoking it.
no smoking the THC, no doing this. But it's good to have a nurse. I have a few friends that are nurses, and I would always text them and say, hey, I have this one question. But when I have a nurse like you by my side every day telling me, hey, do this, do that, I'm like, dang,
It's a little boring.
I think my doctor's gonna like that you're here telling me to drink water.
No, really, just everyone just needs to fucking drink water.
So everybody, let's chug a little water.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
have
chug
some
my
water
water
right now.
Let me go ahead and take a sip.
If you don't have water, go get water. We're not gonna talk for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to open my stupid bottle here.
Have you noticed the more water you drink, the easier it is?
Yes, and then people say, oh, I don't like to drink water because it makes me pee a lot. Do it for consistently. Do it for a week. Your bladder will adapt.
Yes. I didn't know that. Girl, I did not know that.
After, then you'll start to actually be able to retain it.
I didn't believe in that. I joined the camp. Remember, we were doing the camp?
Oh, yeah.
And part of their thing is you have to drink a gallon of water every single day, no matter what. Girl, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, and I think that's
And 2 weeks later, guess what? My body needed the water. And I wasn't peeing every 10 minutes.
Well, you'll still be peeing. It'll just be like larger amounts.
Yes.
Right? Like you can hold it better. Your body adapts.
Right. Your body's so adaptable.
Yeah.
Which is something we don't really focus on. So we get stuck in the mindset of this is how it's going to be. Like I try to tell myself, like, okay, yes, this pain, well, every case is different. So let me just say that. Every case is different. But really, your body is very adaptable. And for me, I pray and meditate on the fact that I can do certain things and change my lifestyle, which is very difficult to do. So my body can adapt better and heal faster by staying away from the sugars, not drinking alcohol, not eating junk food, eating grass-fed food, eating this and that. So my body can regenerate those healthy cells faster or better without all the junk and the toxins. And why, if we know that, why can't we change?
Because hot Cheetos are delicious.
Root beer floats.
Fucking root beer floats.
So yeah, digging into these next few episodes, talking about little plant medicine, maybe a little bit of, what about talking about something that we do that is fun? I almost forget what fun is. I don't know if do you think that? Do you feel that way sometimes or no?
No, because mundane is fun, and I'm trying to get there.
Okay, you're right.
No. No, I do think that, and I think that's today's homework for everyone is what makes you happy, and you need to go do it. And if it's something like, for me, it's camping. I can't go camping this week. That's like not realistic. But what I can do is figure out where my next camping trip will be.
Okay.
And maybe book it. For me, I cannot book it this week. Mike's not been the hottest lately, so my life is too up in the air to schedule it. But if it's something like, I don't know, you enjoy the paint and wine night or something, go schedule it. Like, figure out what makes you happy and do it this week. And if you can't do it, at least put it on the calendar. If you can't do that, at least figure out what it is and get the exact plan. So when you see the opportunity to do it, you can just go do it. You don't have to think, oh gosh, I have this free weekend. What am I going to do? No, you already know. So I think, figure out what makes you happy. What makes you happy? Yesy?
Yeah, and I was going to say, I love that. But I also do love the small little things you can do on a daily that make you happy. So for me, what makes me happy, which is going to sound really funny, I love playing that Candy Crush game.
Oh, yeah.
And so at night, I love to listen to whatever audio on YouTube that I like to listen to. There's many things I listen to. And play my little that's like my little
reward.
And I like doing that. So sometimes, even as parents, we were having this conversation earlier, like when parents do certain things that they get the mom guilt.
No, mom guilt.
Like maybe you want to scroll through TikTok and see funny videos of cats for half an hour. So don't let the guilt, don't let any of that get in the way. Do whatever makes you happy on the daily, even if it's something very small, by going to social media or I like to polish my nails. I don't know if you like. I like to chip. I don't go to the salon because I don't like to spend money on something that I can do. And if my nails chip, guess what? Tomorrow I polish them again. And that's one of the things I love to do.
Yeah.
I've always loved to do that. Just polish my nail. Cabrona, I go to the Dollar Tree and get the nail polish at the Dollar Tree.
Do what you gotta do.
And it makes me happy. I like to sit there, watch my Kardashians, polish my nails. So I guess the homework assignment is what you said. I love that, is thinking a little bit.
Maybe you should think of too, like what's my daily happiness?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want anyone saying, oh, I enjoy washing dishes, because yes, I get that. I enjoy washing dishes too.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
I feel better after the house is clean. We're not talking about that. And if you don't get that, better for you. But I'm talking about, do you want to paint your nails? Or for me, it's my book. I just got a new Kindle.
Yay.
And my thing is now, like, I get to spend, even if it's 20 minutes, I try to read the Bible for 20 minutes a day, and I try to read a normal book for 20 minutes a day. It hasn't worked out that way. I've been getting one or the other.
Okay, well, that's good.
But I've been reading 20 minutes a day, which sometimes I'm able to get more time, and I feel really good, but then I'm going to bed at 3 in the morning, and I don't feel good.
And you enjoy it, right? You're not doing it because
that's the thing that makes me happy, is reading, like, kind of just getting lost in a book. So that's I guess my thing right now.
Can I tell you a little secret? I have a friend out there that likes those steamy books.
Oh, I don't get them. That's not my kind of book.
Not gonna name her name, but she reads these steamy books.
There's a lot of people who like
which
that.
I love. I've never tried, but I love when I talk to her and she talks about these books, and she's so happy.
Well, yeah,
but that's the thing.
I'm not into that.
Someone speaking of something they love and something so simple. And what if we don't know what we like? What if there's nothing?
Try something. Go pick up a book.
What if the book? Look,
listen to the new album or whatever. Like, go figure something out and see. Maybe you just want to listen to music for 20 minutes. Maybe you just want to draw a picture. You know
what I recommend, which I love, but this is just for me. I want you guys to try it. I love music, and picking a year and just listening to that year. Music is so nice. Like,
do it.
1996, when I was a senior. Girl, no one could have told me nothing. And I listen to that music and I'm in bed and I just somehow transport to that part of my life where I'm just so happy. And I just think that, like, we were talking about frequencies and just healing in general and how sound can help you. And I just think that everyone should try listening to one of their favorite years in their life that brought them a lot of joy and listen to that genre of music. And I think that would be great. But yeah, trying to find something that is just yours. So that's a good homework assignment. I love that, Amber.
Find something that makes you happy.
Why don't you guys like, follow, share with your comadre, your tío, your cousin, your friend. Just hit that subscribe button. See you next Tuesday.